last part of this game. As you can see, I changed the layout a little bit because OBS didn't like do anything with software that I had to use my phone as a camera. Every time I pressed go live, go stream, it actually just froze up and then whole OBS just went haywire. It's the last part game. I think it's the last part. Yes. That quest for a murder. Readers test that. Organ. Give is untyped. That's DLCs. Well, we already see Eridas there. But okay. No. Yes.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
Good.
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously. All right, I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee so you can see what one looks like before you die. Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that, just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Board. Okay, let's No.
Stay safe out there.
Who is strong? Strong shit. $140 isn't that very true? Uh, Ellie and Nyoka. Yep. Although, you know, could have just like all of them.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own groundbreakers. Not while I'm here. Push on, Mardat.
Stay down, Hullhead. Company ammo. What was that? What? What was that?
They're not. They are my friends. So I need them. Didn't fail, but they were already. Bullets.
walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again. Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Are you new here?
Knew it.
I didn't think we were hiring more staff. Oh, no. Don't tell anyone, please. Thank you.
Felt it in my bones that in the last second, they would have got me. And they did. We need to do something. So it.
Processing invested content.
Are you new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
Again.
By the law! Intruder!
Got the drop on us. Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Hit the exit. Why do I have to exit?
Lawbreaker, I saw that. You new here? I didn't think we were hiring more staff.
I'm getting really irritated by this.
No, don't tell
I
anyone,
already
please.
was through the freaking door.
Whew. Thank you.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. Ah, and the wayward doctor. Are you about done with your escapades? We have faces that need lifting, after all.
These days, I'm more interested in breaking them. Wouldn't mind taking a swing at yours.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man. Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
At least that means someone's recognizing our work.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery.
Not really.
You're just getting in the way. If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause. You have? Is that what you were doing at the Ministry? Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Jesus Christ.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
This is nice. Calm before the storm and all that.
Hope you're right about this, Captain.
We got some help. Which is nice.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to arrest him, he was prepared. I lost good soldiers in the attempt. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things.
Yes, it is.
You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm aware of your diplomatic talents, Captain. You have a gift for manipulation, but I warn you, I'm no easy mark. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
I always thought that invaluable meant not valuable. Valuable means valuable. You know? I guess it means very, very valuable.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parlay with me. Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more. That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word. Damn you. You are telling the truth. My scientists have been lying to me, and I was stupid enough to trust them at their word. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments. You've set us back decades. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
crouching. I said run, not crouch. Oh shit.
Good score, Cap!
Something on your mind?
Oh. Yes. Jesus. Other energy cells are allowed to use that. He didn't even go far enough to all the places to blow those things up.
Why won't you just like this on me, folks?
Well, that was quick.
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I need to escort him out now, as I don't like escort things.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Well,
Yes, certainly. I'll help however I can. Yes, Akande mentioned as much. Earth hasn't sent us a single message in 3 years. No one knows why. Akande had kept the truth to herself, perhaps with good reason. Can you imagine what would have happened if word got out? We'd have utter pandemonium. Yes, you were the one who reactivated that relay station, weren't you? Any message from Earth would have arrived unencrypted. It's been 3 years since our last message. The board tried using drones to contact Earth. Every one of those drones sent back the same encrypted message. Earth is completely silent. I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth's gone silent. I don't even know if Earth exists anymore. We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We're completely alone out here. You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. They were returning to Earth when they vanished without a trace. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. Whatever happened to Earth likely happened to them. I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, I owe you an explanation. Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments ended in catastrophic failure. Each of my subjects died in agony. You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. My failures are my own to bear, not yours. Thank you. Perhaps in time I'll learn to forgive myself. My apologies. I need to get a hold of myself. We've far more pressing issues to worry about right now. If you have any more questions, ask me. I'll answer as best I can. I heard it from Akande herself. She tried to pressure me into joining her side, you see. Tried to make me realize that all hope is lost, and that we are alone. She was half right. We are alone, and we're going to have to fend for ourselves, because there's no telling what's happened to Earth. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the Board's authority. But the Board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the Board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The Board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The Board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing Board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide Medevit's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the Board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs.
Oh my God.
It was a dark time indeed.
Hmm.
Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes.
What's wrong with your fingers?
With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create.
Okay.
He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it.
Feel like his fest.
Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Cool. 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 I like that. Yeah, so I can't skip this. That's kind of stupid. They should have done like the whole thing that you just saw and this in one thing. So yeah, well, I guess that was that was the Outer Worlds. I don't know if I'm going to buy the DLCs. I mean, it's a fun game. It's a beautiful world. I don't know. I just although I am intrigued in the second one, the one that actually has like a mystery kind of thing in it, like that kind of stuff. But I am actually going to do do several point-and-click games for Twitch. I'm going to make my Twitch channel a bit better. I don't have that of people who watch over here anymore. Like I said before, I think I am blacklisted or something, or shadow banned or something like that, because it doesn't really grow anymore. Everything seemed like it was actually going up. Then one of a sudden it just died down. Just one or two who sometimes watch something and that's it. I do have ones that watch this as I'm playing it, but that's also like only 50. That was the one that's like the most. It used to be over 200 when I went on it thing, the whole live thing. So yeah, I'm going over to Twitch, see what I can do there. I don't know, whole US thing. Still got a girl there, still. I don't know. We talked. Still want to go over there. She wants. We'll see. See. Jeez, how long is this? Back credits, man. Like I said, they could have done this like in a corner and the side, as they were talking what happened to the characters, you know? It would have been way better that way. This is just fucking stupid. We're only at the testers. Oh, now we got other shit. A little bit. Here, a little bit of the music. Oh yeah, I did saw Sean and Evelyn play this game that kind of intrigued me. It was a cute game from the makers of A Way Out. I think it was called. You have to escape the prison with someone else. You have to actually go up. This really seemed like a cute game. I don't know, you know. I wish my young girlfriend, she doesn't want to something yet. So I wish we could play it together, you know, but he doesn't have a PC. He doesn't play much games. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe just buy a little PC over there. If I'm ever going over there. It's all up to her now. I already have my visa. Well, it's a waiver, but still, you know. I can go any time I want to. Just her, it's her. But I don't know. I feel that it will take either a long time or please go. Not do it anymore. Saying over. I just don't know. But yeah, what was the game called? It Takes Two, I guess. Called. It's about a couple transform into toys because of their child. And yeah, they have to go up to survive, kind of. Longer. Why do we see that? I don't have the DLCs. Why do I? See what I mean? I mean, this. I shouldn't see this. I don't have the DLC. Why am I seeing this? I just played the normal game. I can't skip this either. That's fucking stupid. I mean, you know, it's not stupid if you actually played the DLC. But I didn't play the DLC, so why am I seeing this? It's the same thing we just saw. No? Real. Okay. Should not be seeing this. Jesus Christ. I want to see what happens like in the end. This is just fucking stupid. So they actually played this game in 15 minutes. I don't believe that. Well, play like actual playing. Does this already is up to 8 minutes. Just this, the credits. It's 8 minutes. People for credits. 8 fucking minutes. Was 50 when I looked when the credits start. It's 58 now. And of course we're gonna see the second DLC credits, even though I don't have that one either. Why? Thing is, I know that if you play the DLCs, you're gonna have this exact same end credits. You know, that's the thing that ticks me off at the moment. Why are you showing this for someone who doesn't have the DLCs? I should not be seeing this. Only the people who played the DLCs, who made sure that they played through the whole DLC, should have seen this. This is the only thing that I hate. I really enjoyed this game, but this right here is just fucking dumb. It's fucking stupid. I mean, it takes almost as long. I won't be surprised if it takes as long as speedrunner to play through the whole game. You know? I would not be surprised. I really would not be surprised. But that's Take-Two for you, you know? Too long. It's 10 minutes, people. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. End credits. Could have shortened it to 5 because 2 DLCs. I'm not even freaking playing, and I just complained about like 3 seconds ago that I'm going to complain about again, and again, and again. No one will see this anyway, so probably already enough. Yeah, see, there's only one watching this. That might even be just me. Who can blame him, you know? 10 minutes, just end credits. Who can blame them? 10 minutes end credits. I am not blaming you. I am not blaming you. Twelve minutes. There we go. That was the speed run. I think. Speed run. Girls. Ah. Someone that's like 10 minutes. see, 13 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes to go. How can second one be 12 minutes? First one is 13 minutes. Is that possible? Anyway, it's 13 minutes. Now, top one. Number one, 13 minutes. And it's been 30 minutes right now. So the end credits took just as long as a speedrunner played the whole game. And that's fucked up. And in the end, there's just nothing. There's nothing. That's fucking dumb. Yeah, well, that was it, people. Don't forget,